everybody, it's JT Sports, and I'm back to you guys with another video. This video I'm here with Oklahoma versus Texas. College football week 7 preview and prediction. I'm going to be previewing this game and get my prediction for who will end up winning this matchup. Now, before I begin, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I upload NFL videos and college football videos daily. So, we got this big rivalry game, Oklahoma versus Texas. Texas won this game last year. It was very entertaining. Oklahoma ended up playing Texas in a rematch in the Big 12 championship and ended up winning it, which ended up clinching their spot in the college football playoffs. So this is a very big game. Basically, this is an elimination game for Texas, because if Texas loses this game, they're going to be... They're going to have a loss versus LSU, and they're going to have a loss versus Oklahoma. So, two ranked teams, two top 10 teams that you end up losing to. So, you're going to be on 2 versus top 10 teams. So, I mean, if Texas loses this game, they're basically out of the college football playoff conversation. Now, they might not be out of the Big 12 championship picture, but I mean, if they lose this game, they're most likely going to be out of the college football playoff conversation. And then Oklahoma, if Oklahoma loses this game, then they might have a tougher time getting into the college football playoffs, because simply for the fact that you're not going to have any more quality opponents other than Baylor, who they play in a couple of weeks, who might be able to stay ranked. But other than that, Oklahoma isn't really going to have a lot of quality opponents after this game. So this is a very big game for both of these teams, and trying to prove to the college football committee why they should be making their case to get into the college football playoffs. So this is a very big game. Oklahoma's offense has been very dynamic. Jalen Hurts, in my opinion, is the favorite to win the Heisman, in my opinion, because I think this guy has been absolutely sensational. Passing the football, running the football. I mean, it's very hard to stop this guy. And I mean, looking at Sam Ehlinger, he's been pretty solid as well. But the thing I'm noticing is I want to see how good Oklahoma's defense really is, because up to this point in the season, they haven't really played explosive offense, really. So you're going to be playing against this Texas offense that's very good, and I want to see how legit this defense is against a very good offense in Texas. And Oklahoma's defense has taken major strides, major improvement. They're very good getting after the passer. They're not allowing a lot of points, and they're holding their opponents to under 400 yards, which is very hard to do when you play in the conference that Oklahoma plays in. And then looking at Texas defense has took a big step back. Last year, the defense wasn't great, but it wasn't terrible. Neither was like middle of the pack. But this year, their defense is absolutely, it hasn't been that good. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh, they first 4 turnovers versus West Virginia and this and that, and yet West Virginia was still able to hang in there with Texas despite the fact that West Virginia was turning the ball over so many times. So what does that tell you? What does that tell you? You're getting turnovers, and yet the game was still close. So I mean, Texas defense is really going to have to show up in this game, but most likely they're not. And most likely Oklahoma's defense isn't really going to be playing the level they've been playing so far in the season in this game. So I'm expecting this game to be a shootout. I'm expecting a lot of points to be scored. I expect this game to be in the 30s, maybe somewhere in the 40s, because this is what the Pac-12 is, man. It's just a shootout league. It's just an offense style conference, man. It's just a lot of points being scored, not really a lot of defense. So we're really going to see how legit Oklahoma's defense really is. But I'm really doubting that Oklahoma's defense really blows out Texas or really blows us away or anything like that. So I'm expecting this game to be a shootout, in my opinion. So I mean, looking at my keys to victory, what each of these teams can be able to do to win this game, Texas has to force turnovers, man, because really this is what Big 12 defenses really pride themselves on. Like, they pride themselves on getting, like, turnovers, basically. So basically what they want to do is they'll allow you to get all the yards you want to, but getting turnovers in the Big 12 on the defensive side of the ball is very big, basically. Basically, if you're able to get a lot of turnovers in the Big 12 on the defensive side of the ball, then that basically, in their opinion, counts as having an okay defense for Big 12 standards. So basically, that's what Big 12 defenses really pride themselves on, because they can't stop anybody, but they do want to force a lot of turnovers, which I guess is a positive. So if you're Texas in this game, you're going to have to be able to force turnovers, and you want to get the ball back to your offense, and you want to, I mean, you got to find ways to stop this Oklahoma offense, and a good way to stop it is by creating turnovers and getting the ball back to your offense and putting Oklahoma's defense back on the field. So if you're Texas, you're going to have to, if Texas wants to win this game, they're going to have to get extra possessions in this game, and that comes by forcing turnovers. And the next thing they have to do is you got to limit big plays. I mean, Oklahoma is averaging a lot of, this is just a big play offense, man. You got Jaden Hazelwood, you got the very solid group of halfbacks that Oklahoma has. You got Jalen Hurts. You got CeeDee Lamb, CeeDee Lamb is a threat to score every time he's on the field. I mean, it seems like every time Lincoln Riley calls a play, it could end up going for a touchdown. So if you're Texas, you have to limit the big plays, man. And I mean, if Texas wants to win this game, this is probably the biggest thing. I guarantee you, if Texas wins or loses this game, it's going to be because they limited the big plays. Oklahoma wasn't having a bunch of 60, 50-yard touchdowns. So if Texas wins this game, I guarantee you this is going to be a big reason why. Because they didn't let Oklahoma have a lot of big explosive touchdowns that went for 50 and 60 yards and things like that. And the last thing Texas needs to be able to do to win this game is they got to get the run game going. You have to control time of possession. Texas, surprisingly, is very good when it comes to taking care of the football and controlling the clock. They're one of the best teams. They're one of the better teams in the nation and time possession. So if you're Texas, if you want to win this game, you got to keep Oklahoma's offense off the field. And keeping their offense off the field not only keeps Jalen Hurts off the field and keeps them from getting the ball in their hands, but it also tires out that Oklahoma defense. So we're gonna see how improved Oklahoma's defense really is. And if Oklahoma's defense is as good as advertised, then keeping this defense on the field is going to tire out their defense. It's going to set up Texas to expose them to get some big plays in the passing game. So if you're Texas, you're going to have to be able to get that run game going. You're going to have to tire out that defense. It is going to run the football is very big in this game, because if Texas is able to run the football, they're going to have to be able to control time possession as well. That comes with being able to run the football. So, I mean, they're going to have to be able to run the football versus if that's with whoever they have playing halfbacks or if it's with Sam Ehlinger, but they're going to have to find a way to run the football somewhere or another. Now, Oklahoma has to be able to do to win this game versus Texas is they're going to have to be able to get pressure on Sam Ehlinger. Now, when Sam Ehlinger has faced good defenses like a LSU, he got sacked like 5 times in that game. So, if you're Oklahoma, you're going to have to get pressure on Sam Ehlinger. You don't want to give this guy all day to throw. A lot of people compare Sam Ehlinger to Tim Tebow and things like that. So, I mean, you don't want to give Sam Ehlinger time to sit back there, drop back, and just read your defense and just throw the ball and do whatever he wants to do to your defense. So, you're going to have to get guys like Man going. You're going to get those Oklahoma pass rushers teeing off. And they're going to have a big game if they want to be able to beat Texas. And that's the last thing that Oklahoma has to be able to do is Jalen Hurts has to play well. This is a big rivalry game. He's never played in a rivalry game before. So, I mean, this is going to be a big game for him. He's going to have to play well. And now, I don't want anybody to get it confused saying that Jalen Hurts has never played in any big rivalry games, because he has. I'm just saying this is going to be his first time playing in this rivalry game. So, he's going to have to play well. He's going to have to put up a lot of good numbers if Oklahoma wants to be able to win this game. And it all starts with Jalen Hurts. I mean, this guy is very good throwing the football, a very improved passer, but he's also very good at running the football as well. So, I mean, very tough to stop Jalen Hurts, but he's going to have to play well and prove why he's a Heisman contender. So, the team that I'm going with to win this game, I'm going with Oklahoma. I just think Oklahoma's the better team. I think Texas is a very good team, but I just don't think they're quite there yet. And I don't really trust them defensively to be able to stop this Oklahoma offense that is averaging, over 600 yards per game. So, I mean, I just don't see them stopping this Oklahoma offense. I think Texas ends up losing this game 35 to 27 is my final score prediction for this game. I think Oklahoma puts 35 on Texas. I think Oklahoma ends up winning this game 35 to 27 is my final score prediction, because I just don't think Texas defense is going to be able to get enough stops and able to win this game. And that's why I'm going with Oklahoma to win this game. So let me know who you guys think ends up winning this game down in the comment section down below. Also, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more NFL videos and college football videos. And thanks for watching.